Alive.
Well, we are live. We are live. We are live. We are here, right here on a Saturday night, actually, the day right before Mother's Day. So come on in. Let me see you all who's going to join us because we got a really thought provoking topic for all you mothers as we are ridding ourselves from all of the frustration, the annoyances, the irritations, the feelings of it because we have so much more in store to obtain. Okay. So let's see who's coming on in here. Ariel, you're there. Allison, you here. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to be soon. One day. I'm looking forward to it.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day. Today.
But you see, you fail to realize
every day is Mother's Day.
It is. But this is deemed our special weekend, and mothers all across the globe are really, really celebrating the life that we had to live because of you all. So come on through, you all. Let us know where you are. Let us know what state you are in. We are right here in the state of Georgia together. I think this is the first Mother's Day that we have been together, isn't it? No? Yeah.
Yeah, not the first
in a long
time.
In a long time. Yeah, because you just moved here, so typically we was together here, you was at home, but this is the first one in a long time that we have been together, and I have been with my daughters on actually Mother's Day, and I ain't gonna even see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna be asleep.
That's how it should be.
And that is exactly how it should be. So Ariel, tell us who's coming on in here. Tell us.
So I'm looking at the comments. I want to see if I can get some people in the comments over here, but let's see what we can get and where we got. So we got 100 viewers. Let me see where everybody is coming in right now.
Yes.
Because it is Mother's Day weekend, and we appreciate you all spending your Mother's Day weekend with us. Oh, that's why I can't.
Yeah, there we go. Right, there we go. We got Bowling Green, Kentucky. We got California.
Marsha from California, Nebraska. I'm looking at the other thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at. Come on now. Y'all came alive. Now you see where the people are. New Jersey. Yes. Good evening from Michigan. Wardolph, Maryland.
All right, LaShawn. All right, y'all spending y'all Mother's Day with us. I appreciate it.
You know, places are so crowded tonight and tomorrow. People taking their mothers out for Mother's Day. But you all, I like being with y'all.
You like getting your hair done because that's exactly what just happened. She came here to get her hair done. Okay, to get her hair done. But no, seriously. Tonight, we talked about last night, which was amazing. I thought it was a lot that we got out of last night, and if you were here last night, say I was here, because last night we talked about how to overcome fear as a mother. And it was just really, I think there was to me, a lot of nuggets to really take away and think about and chew on. I know I'm still chewing on some of the things. So if you all did not catch it, wherever you're watching this, know that the replay is right there. So if you're watching in the group, the replay is in the group. If you're watching on the page, the replay is on the page. All you gotta do is scroll up after this and you'll see it right there in there, because it was an awesome replay. And the day before, you talked about the fight for my legacy.
Correct.
So tonight we are still kicking off this Mother's Day, I want to call it like a party, right? You got a weekend, but we got a party, and a party ain't gonna stop until May 16th, which is on a Tuesday.
May 16th is on a Tuesday,
Yeah, why do we do Tuesday?
I don't know. But here we are.
Yes, enjoy these. Oh, you know why? Because I asked you the question, what are the big mistakes that mothers make when the enemy is attacking their legacy? And we're addressing all of those. So last night was fear. Tonight is going to be frustration. The next day tomorrow we're talking about how to stand in faith, right? Then we're going to talk about that feeling like a failure and then lack of forgiveness. So if y'all say, I need it all, comment down below, I need it all. All right. I need it all. So that's what's leading us to Tuesday. And then we still got something happening, because I told y'all yesterday that we got a big surprise that we're making on Mother's Day, but I think I may make the surprise tonight because some of y'all already know, but I don't know. So I heard some birdies then got out. So I may do the surprise tonight or whatever, depending on if y'all want it tonight. If not, I'll just wait till tomorrow. So if you want it tonight, then comment below you want it tonight. But I don't got to. I can still wait. Okay.
Well, one thing everybody is saying is that they need it all. They need it all. I think that we as mothers need to be refueled, revived, restored, rejuvenated, because even in this era of time that we're living in, it's a lot. It's a lot that we're coming up against. It's a lot that's trying to come up against our legacy. It's a lot that's required of us, even the more. It's just a lot. You know what I mean? But we got to continue to fight, you all. We have to continue to stand. We have to continue to fortify ourselves. So we have to overcome a lot of these things, the fear, the frustration, the feelings that we have. When we did the best that we could, I said that the first night, you all, we did the best that we could with the hand that was dealt to us. I know that I did. I did the best that I could. And sometimes I played that hand, not like spades. I played bid whist. I had a poor hand. You don't know how to play bid whist?
No. That's when you do it backwards, the opposite of spades.
How many of y'all know how? How many of y'all know how to play bid whist? How many of y'all know how to play bid whist? Say, put up their bid, okay? How many of you all, or y'all just a spades lover, okay? Or you all just know spades. If you know spades, if you know bid whist, let me know if you know spades. If you know bid, I love bid. See, I did the best. Somebody know about bid whist on here, so I'm gonna talk to them. Spades.
See, only one.
It's too bid.
You got more. Now I can't see. They can't play bid whist. They're old. You're old. Spades is for the people that ain't old.
Spades, no.
For the cool people.
I got okay. People play spades, but
I know both.
Both. Okay. So let me talk to the folks. See, out here,
y'all some old school. I don't know no bid whist.
So spades, you already know, as y'all know, and I'm relating this to motherhood. I'm relating this to what I just said. You know, we know that we're looking when we get the hand that is dealt to us. We're looking and counting how many spades that we have. So based upon how many spades that you have, and you can put an ace in there, you can put a king and some card that you believe is going to win, but that's how you literally bid around it. But with bid whist, you got to first of all call your hand, and you might not have anything in it. It don't look like you're gonna win. Come on, bid lovers, to me, you don't look like it's gonna cause your hand to win. But the best game is when it don't look like it, because why? You got the kitty that you said, okay, I'm depending on you, kitty, bring me something. But you also gotta study the ones that's around you and look at what they have in their hand. And I have won some of the best bid games when I first didn't have anything in my hand, but I knew how to call it. I knew how to call it. And that's what you got to do. Now, some of them I didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Because my partner either had my back and I did win. My partner didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? Or the other, my opponents, they basically had it on lock. You know what I'm saying? But the beautiful part about bid is when you don't see how you're going to win, you still got to call it, and you could really win that game with nothing. Y'all got that? And to me, that's how motherhood is. You all, sometimes we didn't look like we had nothing. Sometimes you look like you didn't have no food. You didn't look like you was going to have enough money. You look like you didn't have enough to pay those bills. You didn't know where the next pair of shoes was coming from. Who am I talking to up in here? Okay. You didn't even realize how you was going to get to the next. But you played that hand, and look at you now. You still here. Look at you now. Your kids are here. Look at you now. You made it by the grace of God, because you literally didn't look like you had nothing, but then come on through with that kitty. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came and said, here, take this. Here, take that. God knew what you need, when you needed it, how you needed it. You didn't see it all at once. You didn't see it all up front. But by the grace of God, we made it. That's big.
Someone said, I'll pawn my class ring for a doctor's appointment.
Come on now. Come on now.
You ever pawn something for me to go to the doctor?
Hell no.
But I don't go to the doctor now.
I might not have pawned nothing, but you just never know what I had to sacrifice.
Know.
You know what? I may have pawned something. It wasn't let me let that go, because I don't know who all listening. I don't know who all on here. They be like, oh, Pastor D, pawn some pussy.
That's funny. So tonight, I mean, we're really talking about how to rid yourself of frustration. Because you were saying in the video, which I still hope that everyone watched it. If you watched the video, I watched it. In the video, when I asked you, what are the 4 big mistakes? And you said frustration. And you said, what we don't realize is that frustration literally means to put to death.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that we're frustrated, we are putting to death, in essence, I'm summarizing our power, our strength, who we are as women, and it's diminishing our power, it's diminishing our spirit, it's diminishing our flesh. And we're literally, every time that frustration comes up, we're just putting everything to death that's on the inside of us that we need, kind of like what you're saying, to play.
Correct.
Right? The hand. And so so many mothers just give so much room to frustration. I mean, in their mind. And then some of it come out of the mouth. And then some of it come out of the behaviors, right? So I really want to hone in on that, about literally putting things to death in us, because I don't think we realize how much a frustrated mind really wipes us and makes us weary in general. And that's just as a woman. I'm not even talking about as a mother.
Well, you can't dismiss that a mother is a woman. You can't. It's not a I'm this or I'm that.
Yeah.
You know, woman becomes mother. You see what I'm saying? But the core of who we are is woman. So a lot of times, do you all know, and I don't know if I'm talking to you all or this is just someone who's just not here at all, but if it's you, it's okay to admit it. You put so much into your kids and you are so into your motherhood that you don't even tend to yourself as woman. And a lot of us, I did at one point, lost the woman that I never knew because mother was more important. And I was coming out of being what I need to be with you all, out of my deficit and not out of my overflow. You know what I'm saying? So that's like trying to keep going down the block with your car and the gas tank is on fumes. What you laughing for? You can relate?
Yeah.
How you can relate?
I mean, because you, like you said, you give your all to your children. And yeah. And then you just get tired, you get depleted, and then your frustration come out on them.
Because we typically overcompensate for the lack thereof. You know, and the first person I'm overcompensating for, who is the lack thereof, is not just the father, but the father being the man, because the woman, the mother as the woman, needs the man. And so we're so busy looking at, oh, they don't have a father, but you fail to realize the woman doesn't have the man. And even when a male or a man can be present, he's just basically receiving as well, because oftentimes, and this is not everyone, I'm just saying oftentimes, he as a little boy is still gleaning from us and wanting from us, because he still needs something from his mother that now he's looking for us to also give. And it's so easy that because we're life givers, we can tip over and just be mother to everybody. Mother to the husband, mother to the man, mother to the son, mother to the daughter. And we just mother to the neighborhood. We even be mother to the pastor. You need anything? You need anything, you know? And there's nothing wrong with serving, but we so busy just giving. We give to the church, we give here, we give there. Where does the woman get rejuvenated? When does the woman get revived? Because the older they get, seem like the more they can pull on you as well. Then now they have grandkids, you have grandkids, and they need you as well, because you step in all the time, or as they need you as well. So my question is, right now, I know we're celebrating Mother's Day, and I know you are a wonderful mother. You did the best you could, and nobody's perfect. I want us to understand that no mother is perfect. But I do want to ask the question, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, where is the woman? I'm going to let y'all answer that. Allison, where is the woman?
I think
scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, a scale of 1 to 10.
Rate yourself. I got a 7, I got a 6, I got a
I
3.
would say about a 3.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
Because as we're also learning more the difference between the girl and the woman, the little girl, dealing with the little girl, she has become prevalent. I feel like the little girl had the babies, but now the woman is learning who she is.
And your age factor plays a part into that too.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Give yourself time. And this is what I'm saying. Rid yourself from frustration. You know, because we got women saying 6, 7, 5. I ain't gonna ask y'all your age. You'll never ask a mother your age or a woman your age. But I'm just speaking to you, and I'm speaking to all of you all. Don't be so impatient with yourself.
Oh yeah, no. And I'm growing up. I'm growing up like I told Genesis. I feel like with her, I grew up with her, but with Christina, I can actually raise her. Not saying I'm full woman yet, but I am being patient with myself. I'm learning how to live even with children instead of giving my all into the children.
And I can go more in depth with all of you all about the woman, but it will bring in dynamics that I would need to speak about the man. And I don't want to open that can of worms up right now, but I do want you all to stay connected. I want you all to stay close in your own respective way to who we are and what we do here. Black and Married with Kids, Dunamis Woman, and all of that God has given. But I am going to encourage the woman more so than the mother not to be frustrated. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. We get frustrated because we're not patient with ourselves. It's not that you're frustrated with the children. You're impatient with yourself. You irritated within yourself. Those are your feelings. Frustration is your feelings of annoyance, your feelings of irritation. You could have feelings because guess what? Not the feelings, that I'm just a mother. Hell, sometime as the woman, you need your toes rubbed. You need your feet rubbed. And nobody has tended to you. You may need a toe sucked every now and then. I don't know. But you may need your hand held. You may need somebody to just come and massage your neck besides going to a massage thing that's the main gift everybody gets when they go on Mother's Day. But at the end of the day, the woman needs something. How to rid yourself of frustration as a mother? Number 1, realize what the woman really needs. It's only so much I can give to my kids, and I go home and I go into bed and I'm laying there, go to sleep because I'm dog tired. I go to sleep because I'm wore out. Somebody can hear you snoring from the basement. And then the next day, I got to do it again. 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 Somebody always pulling on you. Can a sister get a break? What does the woman really need? Be real with yourself. You got it? What you thinking about?
I'm looking at the comments, but what I really was thinking about was when you said frustration is like the annoyances, the irritation within our own self. Well, since we're here as your daughters, right?
Please
I want to know, was there ever a period where you were just really frustrated with us, just growing up, were you just really frustrated? And now that I think about it, when I look at other mothers, you're right. Most of the frustration is with themselves and it's inflicted on the children, but it's really their own frustration with just life, that's happening. Does that make sense?
I thought about this topic pertaining to myself as I was taking a nod on the couch, and I was meditating on it and pondering over it. I do have 99 issues, but the frustration as a mother was not one. And then I said, man, I would have to go into some real talk with this. So I don't know, y'all want some real talk, or y'all just want some? Because I can tell you what the real deal of why I was not frustrated. What they said, they want the real talk?
They said yes.
Okay. All right. Y'all want the real deal? Okay.
I've learned to
accept it.
Be cautious, but sure. They said real talk.
I'm seriously. I was not frustrated as a mother.
I don't recall you really being frustrated, to be honest.
No, because real talk, I sent you. You was over your daddy's house, and I was getting me some.
I knew that.
I was
Yeah,
tending.
that is true.
I would put no, and that's just the truth.
You
I
tended to the woman.
I tended to the woman. I didn't have a problem with leaving you where your father was, and I would just come home sometime, put on my Victoria's Secret, have my house clean, and I would tend to the woman. You know what I'm saying? Sit up there with my high heels on, with my nice little slippers with the fur on there, and my beautiful Victoria's Secret outfit, and I was cute for myself. And then if I wanted some company, I invited them over. I had them come over. They left. Leave your shoe at the door. It's a purpose for you being here. It's not to stay. So whatever my need was, sometimes I didn't want to be bothered. I would have a glass of wine. Darby, it's real talk. You know what I'm saying? I bought what I wanted for me. I did not put all of myself in you all.
That is very true. I don't even know, because you know, Allison sometimes will go shopping. She's like, oh, I gotta get some Christina, get some Genesis. Did you ever do that for us?
No.
I don't recall you ever
no.
going shopping and be like, oh, I gotta get Ariel. Now you did dresses very cute and matching, but I don't recall you going on vacation and coming back and saying, oh, I just saw y'all, here's all the stuff.
No. And when I did go, I left you in good hands. Remember, what's the lady's name? Shirley, or I had someone stayed at the house with you.
She remember me with iron.
No, that was
Tony. The lady with the fake breast.
I know, I remember that.
The older
I think it was
lady.
Mrs. Blueberry.
Miss Taylor. Not
Blueberry,
Deborah Taylor, somebody.
Mayberry.
Miss Mayberry. But I left you all with some seasoned women who I knew was going to continue with the discipline and the structure of keeping things in place. And I went on vacation. I was not frustrated trying to take you all to every trip that I went because you didn't earn that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I wanted you to earn and learn how to appreciate things by earning it. I think so many mothers get frustrated because we're trying to give you everything.
And like Tanisha said, really tend to how to rid yourself of frustration.
Tend to the woman.
And that's what I'm learning even moving down here to Georgia, because when I was up there, I didn't have, both of my daughter's fathers are not in their life. So I didn't have nobody to keep them. I didn't have nobody to watch them. And that's why I said, when I came down here, I was like, it's time for me to tend to the woman. Where Genesis go stay with Ariel, if you whichever one. Christina can stay with Ariel or her grandmother. Genesis is.
And I told you, but now you go get a dog. See now you're a mother to a dog.
I ain't watching a dog.
You a mother. I'm serious, because
I can find a kennel.
But now you're frustrated because that's more money you got to put out. It's nothing wrong with the dog, but at the end of the day, everything that we do, it requires more of us financially, mentally. I got to think about another person. I got to think about another this. I got to think about another that. Where's my dog? Where's my dog right now?
What I did, he should never had a dog.
I should have never had a dog. So what did I do? I gave him to your daddy. He home alone
with the dog.
He with the dog. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, because yes, that was too much for the woman, and I didn't feel like being a mother to a dog after I got it. I'm like, that's another responsibility. Now, I'm not knocking pets. I'm not knocking dogs. Please don't nobody get offended because people are like, well, I got a dog. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that we steadily giving out, thinking about the next, and the woman is saying, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have all those hang-ups that most people who are saved have. You know what I'm saying? Well, I have to wait till I'm this. I have to wait till I'm that. You know, I lived. Even as you all was growing up, I lived. And my life did not correlate with your life. I'm mother, your children. You all don't live as I live. Mm-hmm. I worked for my car. You did not. I worked for you to sleep in the bed that I had. I loaned it to you. I didn't give it to you. You don't have your room. I think a lot of us have frustrations because the children think that what we have is automatically theirs. And that feeling of pulling on you even the more wears you down.
Yeah. And this is why, and 10 to the woman is not, I think someone said in the comments, well, I gave up sex, for 6 years. This isn't about just
No, it ain't about
sexual
that.
pleasure,
No,
right?
no.
Tending to the woman. And I think, especially when you have, one, I'm gonna go with older children. This is why a lot of women who are in our coaching, now that your children are older, I think even someone was saying this, like, what am I running around doing this for my daughter, and she got a car, you know what I'm saying? And not really taking the time to tend and to live and to be free. Like I tell some people, you're so wrapped up in your child, go on vacation, do whatever you want to do. We should be living our lives, as free as we possibly are for you all, and then for you all to just be free.
Mhm.
But with the younger babies, right, where they're not 18 or older, they're not out or whatever, one of the key things that you did for us to I believe, help rid yourself of frustration, to tend to the woman, was discipline. Discipline allows you, and I say this all the time, even though people are like, well, Ariel, you're not a mother. And I'm like, okay, look, I'll pull my nanny card, because I nanny and I made a lot of money off of other people that weren't our skin color, who disciplined their child and they tended to the woman.
Mhm.
And they brought me to go tend to the woman. Now, even if you didn't, still you had us like in bed at this time, lights out at this time, no kitchen at this time. If the living room was yours, they was going somewhere else. Like, you really had us.
I don't want to hear nobody breathe after 8:30.
Yeah, like you really structured.
But myself.
Yeah, you really had
You see
a
what I'm
sound
saying?
structure and discipline in the house, even if we didn't have a
Yeah.
sitter or whatever.
Yeah,
It was like, this is still my domain. And I think that had to start very early.
Yeah, it did. And that was then. And we have a lot, like one woman, and I'm sure women are here now. I do know a couple that I recognize. Your children are grown now, 41, 37, 35, 48. I can say now you all are grown. I did have very, very good discipline to rid you from frustration. I lived my life. I tended to the woman. And that's when you was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you all are older, you have your place, you got your place, you got your life, you got your life. How do I rid myself from frustration? I don't get involved.
Yeah.
When you had a jacked up man, I let you deal with your jacked up man. Bottom line. Could I have been like Farrah Fawcett, the burning bed? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I would have been frustrated based upon your choices. So I had to rid myself from the frustration by letting you go through the process. Whoever you with, whatever y'all doing, like you got the dog, that's your dog. You got your car note, that's your car note. You got your choice, that's your choice. I do not get involved with your choices.
Mm.
I'm not going to allow your choices to pull me in.
And that's very profound.
And can I ask you a question? So how, and it's for other people, I know how, but how do you, because a lot of mothers feel like they have to get involved or they have to say something. Mm-hmm. So how do you not get involved and you not say nothing?
What?
I was going to say, mommy always has been a place where it's like, we seek her out.
Well, I know, but you know how, like, I know it's a lot of mothers who, I gotta, get my kid, or I gotta talk to them, or I gotta pull them out. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we can bring our own frustration on ourselves.
Well, put it this way, for me, you know what I'm saying? And I think any mother know when y'all doing stupid stuff,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because we're wiser.
Yeah,
we're wiser. And what I do see is myself when I was doing stupid stuff. So I knew where that could lead you. But it goes back to what I said yesterday as far as fear. I'm the evidence of God keeping me. You see what I'm saying? But my frustration can come now is when I'm trying to make you avoid some of the same pitfalls. And that's not my space. Sometimes you got to fall in the pit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to get involved with it. And I have to continue to keep my soul fortified. That goes back to the fear. My mind is fortified because even when you was with someone and I was sitting there looking at his lazy ass, I was sitting there looking at him be a deadbeat, but I had to be at peace not at peace with you, not at peace with the situation. I had to find the peace within me because I'm not going to let that situation get me frustrated when that's not my battle.
Mhm.
You don't need me to be frustrated. You need me to be at peace. So as you climbing yourself out this pit, as you climbing yourself out of this situation, as you going through your process, you don't want to come to your mother who is frustrated because you're going to know I'm frustrated. You need to find me at peace. Peace draws children to their mothers, not frustration.
Okay.
Because when you know I'm frustrated, what you going to do? You're going to go somewhere else. Because I'm going to be talking. I'm going to be telling you I told you so. I'm going to be yelling. I'm going to get involved. I'm going to overstep my boundaries. So when you are going through your process and you are doing stupid stuff that I deem is not going to take you anywhere, as I know it's not for me to get frustrated, it's for me to find my place of peace. So when you need me, I can be there as God needs me to give you guidance and not give you my frustration or some of my thoughts. It's very difficult for me sometimes to even listen to your behind going out the world, as my mama would say, ass backwards. But I pray I don't get frustrated. You can't pray and get frustrated at the same time. Prayer and frustration don't work together.
Mm.
They don't go hand in hand. And the older our children get, the more we need to know how to pray. I ain't talking about pray, Lord, keep them. I didn't say pray out of fear. We need to know how to pray with power on purpose. And when I get out of that prayer closet, the first thing the enemy is waiting on is to give me frustration so so my prayers can be null and void.
Mm. You know, it's so funny because earlier today I heard when we were in our coaching, and I heard a woman say, "You can mess with me, but you can't mess with my children."
Mm-hmm.
And immediately when she said that, you know, based upon the enemy, I really was thinking that's already telling him how to mess with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To say you can mess with me, but you can't mess with my children, that's like telling a murderer you can mess with me, but you can't mess with my children. What I'm gonna do is now go to your children because I know your children mess with you. And it made me think about that when you were talking about being in prayer and not getting up and being in frustration, because what really grips, I believe, a mother's heart is her children.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the avenue that the enemy knows that in that is going to be your frustration. In that is where you're going to be putting some things to death, where you're not going to walk in your power. You're going to not have peace. You're not going to know how to, not even know how to pray, have the strength to pray, because now I can hinder you and put to death your peace, put to death your power, put to death your prayer, because I know your children is where your heart is.
And he will come after your children, and there is no age limit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the older or the more seasoned I become as the woman, I know how to occupy my position as a mother. And so now I am that praying mother and that warring mother. Does that make sense? And I have to be at a place of peace and not frustration. And what I do, and let me tell you all something, another way to rid yourself of frustration. Seriously. And I did this with you, Alice, and I don't even know if you know what I was doing. Because I just let you talk. Every morning you'll call me and you'll talk about the matter, talk about the matter, talk about the matter, talk about what he did, talk about what you feel, talk about this. I just let you talk, because the more they talk, the more you're getting information to know how to come back at the enemy. You got to have information to know how to war. But see, sometimes we hear it and we get in our feelings. We get in our feelings, and those feelings start frustrating us. Those feelings start irritating us, and we get annoyed. And you cannot get annoyed. Listen.
And I know you did, because there'll be sometimes I'd be like, well, you all she'll do, y'all. And I was like, my mama tired of talking to me. Allison, shut up. And I'll be thinking so, but all she do, and I'm like, okay, Mom. Goodbye.
Because when you talk so much, and basically you can be telling me information, and I could give you my thoughts. I can I can speak out of my frustration. And you know what the enemy is saying? Okay, I know how to get her. I already got the daughter, but now I know how to come after the mother. So silence confuses the enemy. If y'all don't know nothing else, I need y'all to know that. Silence. Take in the information. But when you're giving back your thoughts, sometimes they're not warranted because your thoughts are coming out of feelings of frustration.
Mm.
And when you give off those feelings, just think about what he did. He knew more about my mother than I did because he knew what frustrated her. He knew what frustrated my great-grandmother. He knew what frustrated my great-great-grandmother. He's ancient. He's been using the same tactics. He's been using the same thing. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. Satan does. The enemy does. He's been there all along. So he tried to use the same thing with me and my children as he used with my mother and me, my grandmother and her grandmother and her. And so all of that talking and the frustration and the irritation and the cussing and the fussing and all that stuff, it gives the enemy ammunition. But to confound him is to be still, listen, and govern your emotions while you're doing so. Then when you come back, you're coming back fortified. It goes back to the fear. That's how you rid yourself from the fear, overcome from the fear, but you got to also rid yourself from the frustration. It's not a separate thing. It go hand in hand.
Yeah. This is a powerful discussion, and we haven't even got to the surprise that we have for y'all for Mother's Day with some teaching of like really knowing how to actually implement this, how to actually pursue. This is just something we put together to say, hey, let's,
at the last minute,
in honor of Mother's Day, let's have some mother-daughter, discussions about really what is hindering and affecting. I think, like I said before, we could look at Mother's Day and there's a huge honor in being a mother and how we have the ability to be able to birth naturally, but also spiritually. But we also have to look at where the hindrances that mothers are really facing in today's society.
Yeah.
And many people are not really sitting down to tend to what mothers are facing with. I mean, I know we talk about the postpartum depression and, all this different stuff, but really what's happening in our heart, what's happening in the mind, what's happening within the soul that's inhibiting us from really operating not just as mother but as woman more than anything. So as we continue this discussion, I'm just saying we haven't even gave y'all the surprise. And those who had text last night, surprise to 404-737-0580. I said that I may give you all the early surprise. Y'all want y'all Mother's Day gift early before tomorrow? I gave y'all Mother's Day gift early, so I might as well give you Mother's Day.
I meant to bring. We're gonna come live tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna read the card. It was so beautiful that she wrote. I don't have it with me now, but I'm gonna read it to you all tomorrow. But this is so, Ariel and Allison, I'm speaking as your mother. All of you all who are watching, I'm speaking as the woman. But I think this is so important because in this day and hour, I can't express how much the enemy hates the woman who has taken her responsibility. Whether you played spades, whether you played bid, whether you played poker, whether you played Jim Rummy, at least you played.
What is Jim Rummy?
Oh, Lord.
I just know the alcohol.
No, not Jim. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Is alcohol and Jim Rummy, Jim.
Jim, right. Well, they know what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, you played. Some of y'all played Tonk. How many of y'all know what Tonk is? You know what I'm saying?
Some of y'all play Uno.
Ain't nobody think about the Uno. Ain't no mothers playing no doggone Uno. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you played your hand. And the enemy hates the fact that you played your hand. A lot of mothers give up. A lot of mothers let go out of their frustration, out of their irritation, out of their annoyance. Many of them are present, but they locked up in a room with a man or with somebody, okay, because they don't give the children the attention. So at the end of the day, we're showing up. You're not just showing up here, you're showing up in your home, you're showing up in their lives. And it's very important that we understand the enemy hates you for it. He wants you to be depressed. He wants you to let go. He wants you to give up. He wants you to be frustrated. He wants you to be irritated. That's what he come to do, to get you out of pocket. You may be visible, but you're not present. And a lot of us have been visible, but now he wants us to be fully present. Y'all put up there fully present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fully present. And I don't think many of us, I know for me, it could be some of you all. I mean, but when you get to a certain point in your life and you have children and you have grandchildren, let me tell you what the order is. What you're concerned about. You're concerned about your grands, you're concerned about your children, then you're concerned about a man. When you get to a certain point, correct me if I'm wrong, a man ain't on top of your list. When you're young, it's the man and the children. But when you get to a certain point in life, ain't nobody worried about no man. For me, it's the grandkids. I gotta war. I gotta pray. I gotta fight. It's the children. I gotta fight so they can keep raising their children. Ain't nobody over here trying to say, who I'm putting all this energy in a man. He may get a little bit of percentage of it. But at the end of the day, I ain't 1,000 present no more. The woman and the mother is saying, I got work to do. I got work to do. I got work to do. The one I had who got me the children, I don't even know what he's doing. I don't even know where he at. Some of them just sitting there watching sports. If they are present, present, but it's just their body. I'm talking about our full self. We need to be fully present, mind, body, soul. In the spirit, we're walking. In the spirit, we're walking. In the spirit, we are knowing how to tap in the spirit, because the devil is using his evil spirits to come up against our legacy. So
yeah. Well, they said they want the surprise early. So with that being said, all right, I'm going to announce it.
You can't. No, you love surprises. You love telling folks. I wouldn't take away your thunder.
Rumble.
I think you want them to know more than they want to know.
Yeah, I always spoil a surprise early. Okay, I like spoiling surprises early, but I'm serious when I say my deadlines, though. Okay, I don't be lenient with those. But the early surprise, because I can't hold water, and y'all ain't gonna probably get a text from me tomorrow morning, because I don't have no kids, so I'm be knocked out tomorrow morning. Okay. So your early Mother's Day, for some of y'all who already know, we are doing a 3-day. Last night you said how to rid yourself of fear, and that you need a revival. All right, you need a revival. And if you still believe you need a revival, say I need a revival. So we are hosting a 3-day online revival. Right, you can watch from the comfort of your home. We're going to focus on how to pray and war for my legacy. All right. How to pray and war for my legacy. So these are going to be 3 power pack days, May 24th through May 26th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to go super duper hard. No excuses. All right. 8:00 p.m. at night, May 24th through 26th. And so we're really going to focus on knowing your position, knowing your place, knowing your authority, right? And there's so much that can come. So if you haven't signed up, I want you all to make sure that you go there and join for free. But not only join, invite another mother, another woman, all right? It's completely free to sign up. All you gotta do is put in your name and email. You'll get the notifications to come to a teaching. This is just a discussion. So if y'all think some nuggets are dropped in the discussion, just imagine what's gonna happen in a whole teaching as we really focus on how to pray and war for my legacy. So it's completely free for those who do not know us and it's your first time hearing, to sign up for the revival. But then some of you all may want to be VIP, all right, where you are really going to talk about spiritual warfare for my legacy and provide strategy, coaching strategies.
Teaching and therapeutic coaching. Yeah.
Yes.
Strategies.
On how to war for sons.
Yeah.
How to war for daughters.
Yeah.
And how to war for grandchildren.
Most definitely.
And so that's the VIP. All right. So if you want to come early in the morning as a revival, you could also upgrade to VIP beyond the free and get that bonus workshop and the free gift, and y'all, she writes so many ebooks.
I need to go away and write another one right now.
And when she wrote this one and I saw how long it was, I was like, now y'all know, and Emo got her ebooks. The ebooks are good. But typically they're like, 20 pages. I'm like, 40-something kids are serious. They some serious business.
And I left out About 2 or 3 chapters.
Yeah. So the ebook, I believe, that you get as a free gift when you upgrade to VIP is How to Win the Fight for My Legacy. And it's a spiritual guide for total prosperity when it comes to warfare. And so you all definitely have to upgrade to get that free gift. I think there's only I'm only giving away to like 500 women. So make sure that you actually be one of those 500 to get one of those great ebooks. Yes, if you already downloaded it, awesome, right? So make sure you all get that if you want to upgrade. But if not, send this in Texas to so many women. Matter of fact, tomorrow is Mother's Day. So y'all see it right here. Take a screenshot on your phone, www.dunamiswomanrevival.com. Just screenshot it. Type it out. Make sure you don't have no errors with your spelling, and text it to many women tomorrow. Say, Happy Mother's Day. Here's a gift that I want to give to you. Join me on this revival to pray and war for my legacy. Can y'all do that? Can y'all just text that to 10 women tomorrow when you say Happy Mother's Day? I know you're going to be texting a whole bunch of women.
You sure are.
So you might as well just add that little link right there and invite them and let them be able to come in. So when you sign up, you'll see all the information about the revival. Just make sure you go and sign up via email and the VIP.
And Ariel, I'm going, can I keep it real with y'all again? I'm just going to keep it real. I don't know who, and let me just speak from a pastor standpoint. I don't want to gloat on that because I ain't the typical pastor. Trust me on that one. We're going to deal with some stuff in the morning. But just go for the pastor's sake for right now. I don't know any pastor who gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and spend time, I don't know, Sunday, spend time with you all to hear your heart, because stuff we're holding in is killing us. Now, I'm not doing this as a pastor. I'm doing this because I'm a woman. I know who the woman is. I know the fight. I know the enemy hates me. I know he hates me and I hate him. We got that in common. Satan hates me. I hate Satan. We ain't playing with each other. You see what I'm saying? So in order for me to kick his ass, even the more, is to give you what you need. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Did I say that? Did you understand that? Okay. Did y'all understand that? This is why. Now, you can't never pay for that. Because even if I went to McDonald's right now, $27, and you ain't gonna see no coach who's gonna give you nothing of what strategies is for $27. Okay. And I promise you, when you listen to one woman, you're gonna hear yourself. When you listen to another woman, you're gonna hear yourself. When you listen to another woman, you're gonna hear yourself. Because the whole goal of the enemy is to think we are alone. If he let you think that you're going through this and nobody else understand, the rejuvenating part is that, doggone it, I am not by myself. That's why I piss him off even the more, because he think he got us, but he don't. I want us to be exposed. I want our hearts to be heard. I want to let not only the devil know, but I want every woman to know you are not alone, because the same shit he trying with me and my legacy is the same shit he trying with hers. He been doing this same thing since the beginning of time. And what does mothers and women particularly do? Keep their mouth shut. I grew up, you all, my mother, and I don't know how many of you all heard this from your mother, and let me know if you did, but my mother used to always say, what go on in this house stays where? In my house. What go on in this house stays where? In this house. So you wasn't permitted to talk about nothing. Women molested, but what goes on in this house, where it stays? In this house. If we don't open ourselves up, if we don't get this stuff out of us, many women are suffering in their hearts, their mind, as well as their bodies, because they holding a lot of shit in. And this is a time that even we going to have the revival at night, but getting up early in the morning and we getting this stuff out, because that's what I'm being revived. I need to be strengthened. How can you be strengthened in your soul and revived in your soul and you carrying around all this weight? Some of us are still have raised our children and we're carrying our own secrets. We're carrying our own pain. We're carrying our own stuff. And you wonder why you're frustrated. Because you wasn't permitted to get this stuff out, but you had sex and you got pregnant and you took your responsibility. Now you got to tend to yourself. If you need to tend to yourself, that's all you're saying. And guess what? I went and got my feet done and they told me it was $30-something. I said, well, I'll be dog, a basic pedicure for $30-something. And for 3 days, somebody going to tend to your soul for $27. I ain't got nothing else to say. Yeah, we done?
You could have told us on today because
No, I'm waiting on y'all to take me this time. I'm talking about last time. Hell, that's why I'm waiting for y'all. Shit, it's $30-something. I said, shoot, Mother's Day can't come quick enough. Shoot, I'm taking advantage of this one.
Yes. So take advantage of also being one of the first 500 women to upgrade to VIP if you want to get the free ebook. Because once we hit that number, I am taking it away.
Yes,
so I am strict on deadlines. All right. Because like I said, that's a power pack ebook that I was like, that alone is worth $27. I'm just letting y'all know right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I'd rather give to you all more.
Yeah.
Just like a mother. A mother will always love to give more than you could ever give her.
Yeah.
Now that's just the mother in me. That wasn't the woman. That wasn't the pastor. But which a pastor is synonymous to a parent. But at the end of the day, I'd rather give you all more than you could ever give me. That's just my sentiments.
So before we leave, take a screenshot, right? Remember, you're going to text another mother tomorrow wishing her happy Mother's Day. And you're going to say, I love you and I want to help equip you to pray and war for your legacy. So sign up for this free revival. So take a screenshot of the link, all right, www.dunamiswomanrevival.com and type it in. But before you share with her, make sure you're signed up as well so you all can take it together. And we just can't wait to see you all. Now, tomorrow, it is Mother's Day, but I believe you're coming live tomorrow, How to Stand in Faith.
How to Stand in Faith.
As a mother,
All right. That's a mother.
That's going to be Power Pack. I am not going to be here. You're going to see another beautiful guest, another amazing woman. So, yeah, it's going to be a good, powerful conversation. Another powerful conversation. So we love you all. I think someone said they were waiting to get off of here so they could go to eat for their Mother's Day. So go chop it up and go eat and enjoy yourself. And matter of fact, tend to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
Do something this weekend to tend to the woman. All right. Whether someone does something for you or not for Mother's Day, do it for yourself and tend to the woman. Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it. Enjoy your evening, you all. And I'll see you all tomorrow, same time. Yes. Probably not the same place, but same time.
Yes. Good night, you all.